Greetings, Commanders. I'm Commander Avasa, and welcome to this week's AXI Debrief. For system incursions, this section is getting yeeted from the debrief for now, until we have incursions to report on. Moving on. FDev released the first beta patch for fleet carriers. With this beta, we not only got our hands on fleet carriers, but FDev has released a whole slew of bug fixes to the core game, with a lot of it pertaining to multi-crew, which is a welcome fix. Now, since multi-crew isn't viable for Thargoid combat, the impact of these updates for AXI members is minimal. The only thing they have changed for AX combat is that interceptors will now use their special weapons while near a planetary surface, which will make it a bit more difficult for those commanders that engage in interceptors planetside. Unfortunately for this fix, it has been confirmed by Commander Maligno that for now the Cyclops and the Basilisk does not deploy its swarms while planetside. If FDev is stating that they fixed the bug, or our Commander Maligno has currently disproved that fix, I'm curious if the other bugs they are stating they have fixed have truly been fixed, or if the swarm is not considered as part of the special weapons part of the fix they described. One of the bugs that I personally encountered that FDev is stating they fixed is the issue where we wouldn't receive the credit for the destruction of an interceptor. This bug fix is very welcome because it was pretty disheartening to participate in a Hydra kill during some of our events to not receive the credit for the destruction of the Hydra. With the release of the beta also comes bugs which affect anti-Xeno gameplay. One of them right now is highlighted by Commander Mgram, and it's that the moment you receive caustic damage and you heat your ship up to the cook-off temperature of 225%, you will hear your Covest state that caustic damage has been removed, but you're still receiving caustic damage. If this is not fixed, this will break AX combat, especially for those new commanders experiencing AX combat for the first time. A link to the issue tracker for this bug is provided in the description below. Other bugs currently include the super cruise speed, which is currently not reflecting the drop in speed in the live game, meaning you can be traveling at 75% thrust and still overshoot your drop target. As far as fleet carriers go, the majority of the community disagrees with the way that fleet carriers are currently set up as. Now, other content creators like AXCZs, Obsidian Ant, and Down to Earth Astronomy have covered all the bases when it comes to fleet carriers, so I suggest you check them out. But I'll cover what will impact our anti-Xeno community the most. Currently, we are unable to sell the Chieftain, Challenger, or other more useful anti-Xeno ships most commonly used for AX combat. I'm unsure if this is a missing piece of the puzzle or an intentional implementation, and if it's the latter, it doesn't benefit our community at all. And currently, those ships within the package can only bought with their base price, so there's no discount whatsoever, so any sort of incentive for a fleet carrier to sell them at a discounted price is non-existent. As for modules, the only AX module you may purchase from the package are AX multi-cannons, utility modules, and AX missiles. Now, I'm thankful they do have AX utility modules being sold, but it is a common knowledge within the AX community that Guardian module reinforcement packages and Guardian Gauss cannons are currently the meta modules mostly used, and the inability to sell these modules on our ships decrease the viability of using fleet carriers for AX combat. Now, one of the most heinous things they have done that is a major stab to the back of the AX community is the fact that the redemption officer will claim 25% of your combat bonds, only allowing you to receive 75% of the original bond, not including any tariffs set by the owner, which will also take a cut. For many of us within the AXI, myself included, the credits received from fighting interceptors is our main source of income. To have a 25% reduction will make using the redemption officer on board fleet carriers useless, and reduce the viability of using fleet carriers, in my opinion, down to zero. For us to take that 25% hit is unneeded because we have stations located everywhere we're at. Other services that the fleet carriers provide at the moment, like the shipyard, rearm, and refuel services, can be used as stations instead of needing to pay the tariff, which is another nail in the coffin for the use of fleet carriers. On top of that, all locations where Thargoids are located at already have stations, especially the most prized system, Astro, which has no celestial bodies within the system, offering excellent travel time and quick access to the station. This is actually incredibly disheartening, as many of us were looking forward to new content, which we could dive into, to find out that the new content created by FDev, as of this moment, would only punish any commanders within our community if they used it. I've made an extensive list of changes I proposed in a forum post, and since it's quite extensive, I'm going to provide a link to it down below. Now, we can only hope that FDev will take our community into consideration and make changes for the better to allow fleet carriers to be viable for us that continue to fight on the front line to hold the Thargoid threat at bay. Overall, the implementation of this beta has broken many other things while introducing new content to the game that, so far as it stands, will provide commanders with nothing other than a waste of credits and a high amount of grind, which will burn out any commander partaking in fleet carrier content. Personally, this whole beta just smells of the color brown. Now, this is a beta and the numbers are subject to change, but with the way they introduce fleet carriers, it makes me question how disconnected FDev is with the communities within the game that they created. But hey, they sure can make a beautiful jump sound and animation for the fleet carriers though. Moving on, earlier this week, Commander 100 Rub announced that the AXI has started Operation Diamond Drive. This operation is aimed at gathering over 7 billion credits for the holding account that hosts the private group. Thanks to the overwhelming support of the AXI community, we made that goal within a couple days. The overseers have decided to carry on with our momentum and adjusted our goal to the 10 billion mark. And without any surprise, we made the 10 billion mark within a day and a half of meeting our original goal. The support from within the community was immense, and it was great to see the AXI come together once again since combat zones disappeared from all of our scanners. And of course, we want to say thank you to all the commanders that have participated in this. Now, Commander Iranian Stormrage, I think I finally got his name, has released a Gauss Cannon weapon draw calculator where you can enter your distributed recharge rate, Gauss configuration, and heat sinks you want to use while firing. This calculator will give you information of your maximum fire rate to prevent you from running out and give you a fire rate that produces draw equal to your regen. Also, how much of a delay you need to do during your cycle with how many heat sinks needed to run it up to your maximum DPS potential. A wonderful calculator to use and has the ability to assist commanders in maximizing their damage per second potential, so thank you Commander Iran for providing us with this tool. I forgot to mention last week that I released an AX ship review on the Federal Assault ship. It covers a very unique ship within the AX community, and one that I've only seen a few commanders fly, but it's a gratifying ship to take on Thargoids with. I've also released over the weekend my newest AX ship review covering the Crate Phantom. Now if you would like to see any of those two ships on how they perform in anti-Xeno combat, I have provided the links down below. Starting off our notable commander achievements is Commander Miraka, who took on a Hydra in his Imperial Cutter. Taking on a Hydra is never an easy task, so please congratulate Commander Miraka joining the rare few commanders that have taken out a Hydra. Commander Gt.Jeight, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, took out a Medusa and a Clipper. Unfortunately though, Commander GT didn't capture the kill and he didn't have the precursor rank of Collector to be able to attain the rank of Vanguard. Commander Mechan performed a 4-minute and 11-second speedrun kill of a Basilisk variant interceptor. It is a most impressive kill to watch as he flew rather aggressively to perform this kill. This kill, once approved, will take the #1 spot for the medium ship's speedrun kill, topping Commander M-Gram's kill time of 4 minutes and 27 seconds. And now for the kill of the week, I present to you a Snake Eater Basilisk kill with a Crate Mark II running 3 AX multi-cannons and an AX missile rack. This was completed by Commander Iranian Stormrage. Now this is the first kill in a medium class ship with no Guardian tech fitted, so this is absolutely impressive, so please congratulate Commander Iran for this kill. And now I'm going to make this next part an official part of the debrief, and that is the commander recognition for completing their first solo kill. A few debriefs back, I stated that I couldn't guarantee this section due to time constraints, but I've decided to make this an official part of the debrief, so please congratulate these commanders on completing their respective solo kill. We look forward to their progression and taking their first steps into AX combat. Now if you noticed, I didn't incorporate this week's weekly tip. It's because of the fleet carrier beta. That section took a much, if not all, the time I allot for the weekly tip, and I want to apologize to you for all of that, but there was quite a bit to cover with this beta. Now this concludes this week's debrief. Now I hope you all will voice your opinion on fleet carriers in the forums, and I look forward to seeing you all next week. As always, aim for the herd commanders. Carry on.